The new John Wick game will be coming out on PS5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC. Listen, the date for this game, I know. You all want to know. And I'm here to tell you. But you gotta wait for a second, because I got the exclusive on when the date is dropping. Now, John Wick game has been something that we've never seen coming. Like, this is a game that we never expected to happen for all my fellow gamers out there in this world. I've been playing games of some sort similar to John Wick type style, which is 007. I've been introduced to 007 when it was on the Nintendo 64, back in the days, the classic Nintendo 64 console when we had GoldenEye. And shout out to 007, even though that game is dropping May 27th of 2026. John Wick game is going to be a game that's going to be able to compete with that 007. Even though 007 has the amazing graphics. And John Wick does as well. But we've never been introduced to a John Wick. But we've seen what we saw from the trailer and from the pictures that you see in this video. You can understand why this game will be a masterpiece. You will be able to understand why this game will be something that we'll be talking about and will be a classic, in other words. And one of the reasons are Keanu Reeves, the top actor of actors in Hollywood right now, who's played John Wick and is playing himself also in the game, will have a voiceover all the way throughout this whole story mode and this journey of John Wick on this new video game. And I thought that was great. I mean, like, come on, man. I mean, we've got the action, we've got the cinematic presentation within the game that we saw from the trailer. We've gotten that. And I must say, man, along with the voiceovers, it's really gonna feel like you playing a movie with the controller sticks in your hand. I mean, what better can you get from that? Executing moves out in the alleys. Finding different type of moves that John Wick moves, it seems like his moves can be a little complex. It seems like that. So we gotta like figure out what buttons are we gonna time and how to time these buttons on the most accurate way possible in order to deliver the moves that John Wick does in the movies into these games. This is not gonna be easy. I must say it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy timing the buttons right. It's something that you're gonna really have to master because John Wick has a lot of moves. He has a lot of moves in his move set, and that's the whole beauty of being able to play a game like this because it's unlimited amount of moves. I mean, it's unlimited amount of arm twists, headlocks, and certain maneuvers, and being able to dodge. And you know how John Wick always liked to dodge, like certain sort of type of punches and how quick he is, and the angle that he's able to dodge away from the punches that's coming to him and the kicks. You got to be timing real right, man. You have to make sure that you really, really got to master. And it's not, I repeat, it will not be something easy to do because this is not just any other game that we're playing. I mean, when the last time you played a game and you know that the character that you're playing in the game has unlimited amount of move sets. And these moves that he's doing has to be timed right. That's the John Wick game. I mean, you can't think of another game that a character has all that and being able to knowing how to master it at the perfect time and to be able to, do it all what you can do within, whichever scene comes along with the fight scene with John Wick and his enemies. So that is going to increase the excitement of the game and it's going to bring the longevity. And speaking of longevity, y'all, this is what I want y'all to understand when it comes down to games that are cinematic. Games like John Wick that are cinematic, it brings longevity because of the fact that it's a story-driven mode within the cinematics of the game, of each scene, and the quality of the character that you're playing in these games like this. Like, that's how important story mode are to a game. That's what had us playing Max Payne as long as we played. For the Max Payne fans out there, stand up, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Like story mode driven games like that, it increases and it builds onto a classic within the upcoming years because of that. Because you have to have something that's going to be able to stick for a long time. You have to find something that you're going to be able to grasp on to the fact that every time that you cut on your system, whether you got a PS5 or Xbox Series XS, or if you're on PC, it gives you a willing and wanting to cut on the game. Because you're not just playing any exhibition. You're not just having just fight scenes. It's a meaning behind everything when it comes to John Wick. It's a meaning behind any and everything that he does and the encounters that he have with these enemies that's trying to take him down. Because obviously he's doing something that the enemy doesn't like, can't do, can't master because they're not John Wick. So they're trying to find it in any way they can to try to stop him in his tracks in any way they can within this whole story mode that's going to be behind this John Wick video game. So it's always like you're going to have to look over your shoulders. It's always going to seem like as if you're going to not be as calm playing this character as you would like, because you never know when you're going to have to bust somebody down. You never know when you have to bust somebody across their lip. You never know when you have to put your foot all the way in and take it all the way out after you got it all the way in out of their behind. It gets real like that. It gets real like that in the field, I must say. And John Wick is not coming to play. That's what I want the people to understand that don't know about John Wick. Like, he's not coming here to play. He's coming here to stay. And I'm not saying that because it rhymes. I'm saying that because it's the truth. This is a guy who he doesn't really have time to even have a heart, really. Because anybody that he gave his heart to betrayed him. So, when you come from betrayal and you come from, you have to always seem like trust is not really a factor and everything is pretty much limited because of any other past encounters that you had with people that you thought that you could trust. I mean, it seems like people are not sticking around for the long haul. They end up turning their back. In other words, building that non-trust factor of not being able to trust. That's what John Wick had to deal with in his life. And that's why he always keep his guard on 10. He keep his head on a swivel. Because he knows how it feels to be left like you in the shadows. He knows how it feels to be left up in the darkness. And John Wick will not be, I'm telling you, he will not be counted out. That's why he always comes back 10 times stronger than the first time. People count him out. Thinking just because he weighed probably $135 and wearing these little tailor-made suits, they think stuff sweet. But John Wick is letting you know, and he's going to introduce to the people that are not familiar with him in this game of who he truly is. And that's why I'm so excited, because even though I'm already introduced because I went to the movies to see the John Wick, so I know what I'm getting myself into. And by the fact that I know what I'm getting myself into and the fact that I'm still excited about this lets you know how important it is to have a game like this that we didn't even think to expect, man. Ain't nobody think to expect a John Wick game. And to have this, I thought it was some sort of type of, I'm knowing it's not April yet. So I'm knowing this can't be a joke, but it seems like this a dream. It seemed like it's just a dream and just like, don't wake me up, because I didn't ever think this was going to happen. So when we seen this at the State of Play, and I seen this in the trailer, I said that this is a long time that we didn't know that we had coming. Because a lot of people say, no, this is a long time coming, man. This has been a long time coming. This is a long time that we didn't even expect it to come. And now that it's here, it's like, oh shit. This is something that will be competing with a lot of games dropping this year. I mean, we got Halloween coming out in September. We got 007 coming out in about 3 months. If we can count March, 2 months in May. The 27th of 2026. We got Resident Evil coming out in February, later on, in next week, next Friday, to be exact. So, y'all gonna let me know what y'all feel about this new John Wick game. I can't wait. And for all the gamers out there that love games, that's action and moving cinematic, I know you can't either. Sensei Reality TV, I'm out, man. Well, peace.